You should not have to study all of BRSR to be able to assess Indian companies and how they are filing their reports. So this section gives you overall view of the structure and tells you where to focus on. This business of taking apart the BRSR report in bits and pieces and understanding how it is constructed, separate tutorials are available from us on that. But this is for you to directly dive into the work. So we now look into what is the information contained in the business responsibility sustainability reporting format and how we provide guidance to you on that. So the BRSR report is a template. Companies just have to fill it. Okay. Now the company may have some other document where a particular dimension is captured. What SEBI says is, please provide a cross-reference. Say in your BRSR report that this particular aspect is covered in my financial accounting report or it is covered in my corporate social responsibility report. Make a cross-reference where necessary. Otherwise, fill this. You have to fill this with data or with cross-references, whichever, but fill it. So there are three parts. Part A is general disclosures. Part B is management and process disclosures. And Part C is principle-wise performance disclosures. The general disclosures are 24. They are serially numbered. It's a Roman dot number, as in 3.21 is 3 is Roman 3 and 21 is numerical 21. Sections are serially numbered. In our document, which I am just about to share with you, when we refer to anything in section A, we say section, then it's Roman numerical number, and then the serial number, and it is briefly described for you so that you know what we are talking about with that reference number. And then when you get down to studying a particular company, you can pull it out, go to section 3.21, look up that item. And I'm going to share with you exactly how this looks, how this works. Just note that for section A, we have left out A, we've said section 3.21. Part C, which is the principle-wise performance disclosure, has 9 parts. Each of these 9 parts is divided into essential indicators and leading indicators. Essential indicators are numbered like P number 6 means principle number 6. EI stands for essential indicators, serial number 1, and its description is given alongside. The other is leading indicators, and they are numbered like P number 3, which is principle number 3. LI stands for leading indicator. 5 is the serial number. Then we provide a description. The structure of our information shared with you is to help you to absorb the information in a single glance and go to work with it rather than struggle over what it stands for. Now, what is the difference between an essential indicator and a leading indicator? A leading indicator is what great guys do. An essential indicator is what everyone is expected to do. Everyone is expected to get up in the morning and exercise. A leader might run a marathon every day. You don't have to run a marathon, but at least get up in the morning and exercise. That's the difference between essential indicators, leading indicators. And so, how does that look? That looks like this. You have all those environmental factors that we covered in the previous section on the one hand. On the other hand, you have what the BRSR report says. Just looking at a bald, plain BRSR report does not tell us what issues it addresses. So the issues are on the left hand and where it is addressed is on the right hand. So you might care about a particular environmental issue or a particular social issue, or you want to analyze the particular company in depth. whichever way it goes, you have that information with you. So look, if it was air pollution, then air pollution is covered under Principle 6, Essential Indicator 1, which covers what? Energy consumption and fuel consumption. These are proxies for pollution. But then, if you're a leading company, P number 6, leading indicator 1, how much of your energy consumed is renewable energy? So that if energy consumption is a particular level, but most of your energy is from solar, then your air pollution is not so significant. Principle number 6, do you have a strategy to reduce your energy consumption? So a person that is concerned about air pollution pulls out the BRSR report, looks at energy consumption by directly going to the section Principle 6, Essential Indicator 1. What is the total energy? Principle 6, Lead Indicator 1. How much of it is renewable? Principle 6, Lead Indicator 6. What is the company going to do to reduce its footprint? And like for like, you can compare one bank's these sections with another bank's same sections and see which bank is doing a better job. Remember, we are going to run that for you for each industry one at a time so that you get some guidance on how this assessment is done, and then you can take it to any other organization that we have not covered. Our goal in the first instance is to cover the top 15 industry groupings. In each industry group, we aspire to pick the top 3 by economic activity and cover them for you and leave that with you as a starting point. Similarly, there is an item on consumers. Consumers should not be discriminated against. Two people with identical profile approaching a bank for a loan should not be discriminated against one against the other on the basis of non-underwriting criteria. You cannot be arbitrary and say based on the color of skin that I will give or not give. And if you want to check that out, you can go to section 3, which is section A, part 3, go to 16 and 17 and see which operations does the bank engage in, which markets are served, and then go to principle 9, essential indicator 3, see if there are any customer complaints on discrimination against a particular entity. Now, the operations and markets served will give you a sense of it. It won't tell you whether discrimination was there or not. And you are free to make an inference that if particular markets are served and other markets are unserved, you might want to make an inference about whether the bank is skewed in approaching consumers. I leave that to you, but that's an issue you may want to look at. With that, we go into the next section where we drill deep down into banks.